Based on where my channel is algorithmically and given some input on a recent community post, I guess I'm looking at JoJo inspired fashion collections. Based on the videos I've done for JoJo so far, we already know that Araki's fashion designs are fierce. Period. End of story. And so it's no surprise that that would inspire a series of fashion collections, not only through formal collaborations, but just people obviously licensing his artwork and his designs in order to cultivate some collections of their own. So I'm going to go through some of the most notable examples that I found via the JoJo Wiki as well as the JoJo News websites. This may not be an exhaustive list. If I happen to forget or miss anything, just kindly point that out and just mention it and maybe what you like about it and why it's worth checking out. But I'm going to be looking at these collections through the lens of, are the items interesting? Like, do they kind of break us out of the box of how these items or accessories or garments could typically look? I mean, it's JoJo. We want something that's naturally, innately out of the box. And also, would I wear it? Would I buy it? Would I invest in these items? Or is it just kind of like whatever? So let's go ahead and get into these. Starting with this Ultra brand collaboration. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this company's in business any longer, or it's just been discontinued, but it looks like they specialize in graphic tees. Not the biggest fan of graphic tees, and the designs and prints honestly weren't even that like, whoa. I did like, however, some of the miscellaneous items, like a sweater, a scarf that they had, and like some pendants. That's a little bit more fun and good quality. The sweater was like 100% wool. So I'm just like, something more along those lines would have really made this collection stand out, and I would have definitely been inclined to maybe invest in some of that. But otherwise, like graphic tees, and we're gonna see plenty more of those. Like in this collaboration with WEGO, which is a casual Harajuku style clothing brand, and we definitely see the casual style in these items. Like, once again, just more graphic tees, graphic totes, graphic hats, graphic hoodies. Like, love the hoodie color, soft and pastel, and just there is a nice bold graphic nature to the prints that are on these various items. Not too illustrative to where we don't get like a real punch with the art that's coming off of them. I mean, I do like the checkered shirts and the bucket hats. I'd say those are the most interesting items. I would maybe check up on the bucket hats, but otherwise, like... Then we have ONOFFYFREE? ONOFFYFREE? I have no idea how to say that. A Bondi brand, with this emphasizing loungewear. The loungewear is definitely whatever. But I mean, if you're more of like a cozy person and like you just kind of need a simple quality pair of pajamas, 60% cotton, that's not terrible. I mean, I think you could do better, but the scarf, cute. And the bag, I think it's the bags that are the cutest. Like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Just like the different colors, simple shape. It's not just like a complete canvas tote. At least we're getting something a little bit more detailed with some embroidery. Just looks a little bit more quality and just a little bit more personality to it. I wouldn't buy it, but I do think that it kind of breaks out of a little bit of like a super basic norm, especially given the tone of this collection. Then we have the JoJo and Converse collaboration. Starting with the Phantom Blood. I mean, I'm not really getting anything completely out of the norm of really what a typical Converse shoe would look like in that regard. Stardust Crusaders with Star Platinum and Jotaro. Okay, we're maybe getting a little bit somewhere with just like little symbols and icons sprinkled throughout. A simple motif situation. Pretty plain. I think that it could have maybe been a little bit more structured just given Star Platinum's kind of gravity. Then with Diamond is Unbreakable, we have Yoshikage and Rohan. The Rohan one's no surprise. Like, I'm kind of digging that. Like, it's just a clean color palette. Like, again, not really out of the realm of what we would get from a Converse shoe, but I at least like that it kind of emulates a little bit more of like his structure, at least with like the kind of headband that he wears and how that's towards like the top of the shoe. And then the Stone Ocean one with Jolene and Stone Free, like, okay. I mean, it's a little bit more fun, a little bit more graphic, and I mean, I wouldn't buy any of these, but I think that it's cool. And we have Bulgari collaboration. The bag, like, I just don't know. Just the little kind of Killer Queen prints all over it. I don't know about this one. The scarf is cute. Definitely more into the scarf and just how it represents a greater suite and spectrum of the stands. Now let's get into this SEIKO JoJo watch collaboration. Much more along the lines of what I would be interested in and what I would invest some money in. Easily would buy 1 to 2 of these watch pieces. Like, such great collector's items. The 2013 collection is kind of simple and sleek, but I love the 2019 collection. It's just one notch up, like bigger. It seems like bigger, even slightly more quality timepieces. Yeah, like just with the pricing difference, a little bit more pricey, but I'd say definitely worth it. We're getting additional just little details and motifs and symbols as it relates to the stands and the stand users. Like loving Leones, Giornos, Brunos, like really just loving those solid, clean timepieces. Now getting into the Golden Wind and Vans collaboration, I much prefer Bruno's design, like suit design, to be on actual clothing items. Not to say that these Vans are bad. I wouldn't necessarily buy either one of these, but I think that Bruno's is the strongest. Just with like the zipper motif and like the detail in it. I also like more of a slip-on and just that gold kind of trim detail just really makes it feel so much more elevated. But the Giorno ones are nice too, with a bit of that softer texture and like the ladybug motif and hardware. So like they both have their own strengths, but if I had to invest in one of them, I would definitely go with the Bruno one. Then we have the Perfect Suit Factory and JoJo collaboration. Now we're talking. I mean, if we're gonna get into just like simple printed elements within existing commonplace clothing items, like let's go suit. And even though this one's not as like full-blown out there imaginative on the exterior, at least the interior is giving us some nice details. Like we're getting buttons that kind of give a little bit of the motifs, like looking at Giorno's. We're getting pocket lining, jacket lining, scarves, socks, tie pins, like great accessories just to really elevate the brand and elevate those who are interested in it and want something just a little bit more quality. The Bruno one is cool too. But then looking at like the volume 2 with Yosuke and Rohan, Yoshikage, like great stuff. Love the ties though. Really loving the ties, and the socks are fun too. So whether you want to invest in a whole suit or you just kind of want some accessories just to kind of punch up maybe an existing sophisticated, classy style that you already have, there's great versatility just within this collection alone. But to me, the Gucci and Araki collaboration was just like so quality, in collaboration with Spur too, the magazine, because like there were some great magazine covers and artwork done there. But particularly the Gucci collection and exhibit. I mean, number one, I feel like the exhibit really does Araki justice. Like he should be displayed in these premium settings, and it just really sets this luxurious, elite kind of like mood and tone when you're working through it. But just the actual like fashion pieces themselves, love. And this also relates to like Final Fantasy 15, where those characters' outfits were actually like physical outfits as well. I love when we can get that multidimensional experience with the fashion. It just really further validates and roots the designs and gives them so much more tangibility and just so much more reality beyond an illustration or a piece of art. I mean, they're pieces of art within themselves, but extremely wearable. I just love the work that was done here. Like, Glam has been a consistent collaborator with JoJo, and even though I'm not, again, the biggest fan of like simple printed items and just like graphic tees and stuff, they at least have some additional items like jackets that kind of give the color scheme. Like we have a varsity jacket moment that was fairly recent, just last year. Polyester, they have a lot of polyester. I mean, I'm not opposed to a polyester moment. These are polyester, but like the shirt's cotton, the scarf is silk. So I mean, I'm open to like a mixed material situation, ideally leaning towards something that's just more organic, obviously. But some items that I really loved was this Zappelli knit sweater. Love the design. The sleeves are great. There's also some like great kind of like long silky satin shirts that I feel like are also, I would honestly consider investing in some of those. Like we also have some like cardigans that are pretty fun, just with like a little bit of a diamond, slightly argyle design. Some bomber jackets, like you kind of can't go wrong with those. There's a pair of like jogger denims. It doesn't look like the most flattering silhouette or structure, into a little bit more of like this cotton button-down shirt. Like it just looks kind of more easy breezy, definitely in alignment with the Stone Ocean theme. But I'd say one of my favorite pieces is this Killer Queen like silky satiny shirt. Like it just looks extra long, and it's just the purple color. I've already said how much I love purple. Now, breaking out of the JoJo wiki examples that I was able to access, I found some others. Love the Golden Wind and PAMEO Pose collaboration. Now we're getting into actual structures for garments that I feel like emulate the character designs. Like this is much more of what I would want to see for a JoJo fashion collaboration and collection. Like this Giorno dress, absolutely. It just looks so cute. Like, can I get a men's like bodysuit, or like even just like a suit that emulates more of this? Like I would 100% invest. The bag is also very cute. Loving the accessories, such great use. Then there's the Bruno skirt and jacket. Like again, can I get this in menswear? Like it's so good. Looks a little leathery. It just looks so well structured. The bag also super cute. The Misto design kind of makes me appreciate his style a little bit more. I've never really been the biggest fan of his outfit, and I've already said this, but at least like having a cozier kind of set that you can kind of mix and match with other items, I can maybe get into a little bit of what's going on there. Just love the texture play. Naranchas, like that's so, love the neck. I even said how I love the neck like component or structure of his top, but like just, or like in combination with a whole different kind of outfit composition and structure. Absolutely, like this is so good. And even looking at Leone's, like I just even said in my original video how I love like the stitching kind of element to some of his outfit and design, and just like a simple top like this one, I would maybe even buy this, like in the right size I could fit it. Loving that, and just loving the simplicity there. Plenty of great pendants. And then Fugo, yeah, this is it. This collaboration is so it. I wasn't necessarily like the over the moon super fan of his outfit, just because of like a little bit of the holes. It was a little bit much, but like when you see it in some items and just styled effectively, it's definitely giving great depth to a lot of looks. The Trish item, can't say that I'm the biggest fan of that. Like her outfit, I think, deserves a little bit more justice, but the accessories are super cute. Then there's a jewelry collection inspired by Golden Wind by Jam Homemade. Let's get into the accessories. Let's get into the hardware. I would love to see more collections along these lines. Such great and easy ways to incorporate the various symbols, icons, emblems associated with these characters in something that is so versatile and can be paired with so many different things. Like loving these items. So simple, easy peasy. I would definitely scoop some of these. Like, and if it's it's 92% silver, like, so we know that we're getting quality items here. 100%. Loving the like Golden Experience Requiem one. The ring, loving that. Then graniph has done a few different collections for the various parts of JoJo in collaboration. So there's like the Phantom Blood and Golden Wind. Not super blown away by these. The loose fit shirts I think are the strongest here because they have just some like button motifs and it just seems just a little bit more put together, something that I can get into with like some zipper elements I think on one of them. The socks and stuff are cute. Great embroidery work across the various accessories. The part 2 and part 4 merch, similar situation. Again, loving a bit more of like the collared buttoned shirts, but outside of that, not really moved by this set at all. The part 3 and part 6 pieces, now we're headed somewhere. We're just getting a little bit more creative with different clothing items included. Like we have varsity jacket or jumper, different style hoodies, loving the cardigan, like love a good cardigan, and even the track pants, loving the embroidery work there and just the design on the side. And the bags are pretty good too. Also love the mod jail coat, looks reversible. Now we're starting to innovate. Then there was a Golden Wind. Golden Wind is like the golden child of a lot of these collaborations with MAYLA pump shoes. This is what I'm talking about. Like, let's get into it. Let's have fun. Let's break out of the norm. Let's really get funky and bizarre with these designs. And I feel like that's what they did. The Giorno one is cute. Simple, cute. We have all the right motifs. The Bruno one, even though I said how I would prefer to have that design like in actual clothing garments, when it comes to like more fancy women's accessories and wear, I mean, we're leaning into fashionista territory where the wearers are gonna know what to do here. Leone was definitely one of my top favorite characters from that part, and just so glad to see his kind of designs and interpretations incorporated. Mista, okay, like kind of starting to appreciate more of that kind of like checkered perpendicular design, and really loving that the bow in this case is a deeper red, more of like a burgundy or maroon instead of just like a brighter red kind of coming at you. Naranchas is, I'm feeling it. It's giving like Sailor Moon, the Sailor Moon shoe collection a little bit. I'm kind of getting some of that vibe. Fugo, it even seems like the shoe's a little bit of a different texture, which I think is interesting. Would have been curious to see if they could have incorporated a little bit more of like those cutout elements just to really pay it off. And then the Trish one's super cute. Like, this was a great collection. And then fairly recently, at least this year, in the Doublet Fall Winter 2025 Menswear Paris Fashion Week show, there was an allusion or a reference to Yoshikage Kira, where a model pretty much just had his outfit. Again, loving to really see an outfit, and out of any character, his was maybe not my top favorite just because it's so practical. Like, and that only speaks to how easily it was able to show up within this runway show. I will say I would have loved to see the tie and a little bit of a different belt, really just to pay off, I feel like, that effortlessly chic and classy vibe that Kira had. Otherwise, it's such an easy ensemble, so accessible. This proves it. Really want to see more things along these lines, helping us parallel between the 2D media and the 3D world. And that's my take on the various JoJo collaborations and inspired fashion collections. Let me know if there was one that happened to especially resonate with your taste, as well as if you could see yourself investing in any of these particular pieces. But until the next video, I'll talk to you later.